Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to start on the SH Figuarts Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes from Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So, let's get started. I was supposed to do this video, but life keeps getting in the way. That's how things are, but you already knew that. So let's talk about the toy, not about me. Yeah, here we are. I actually like the way this guy looks. I think that the head sculpt came out a lot better than promo shots. It does look like him. I think he's a little thin-lipped though, and they should work out filling that out a little bit, but I think this sculpt actually does look pretty good. It's one of those things where I think that the one thing that does make this stand out and kind of look out of place is that their version of beards don't come out as well as the digital print on the Marvel Legends does. But I think that the sculpt is truly there for this figure. Now, in terms of the figure overall, I've actually had a lot of fun with it. I think my biggest issue is that there are certain things design-wise that I would like done differently with Winter Soldier. Like, I would like a better rotation in the ab crunch. I think that this joint system for him is a little outdated. But otherwise, it's a nice, good, clean look. But I would have preferred other options, knowing that we kind of go a certain way with these figures. Now, in terms of our articulation, we can look up just a little bit. We can look down really, really well. We can tilt side to side, which actually gives a nice bit of range in terms of doing things with the way he was engineered. We can leave our arms out, hitting that T-pose. T-poses are very important. Why, I don't know, but I just feel like there's a joke there. We have our inside invisible bicep swivel, which allows you to rotate the entire arm. From that point, we have our, there I go being strong again. We have a butterfly joint that allows forward movement, which allows you to get a little bit of extra range going into it, right? Not as good as we could have gotten, but still pretty good. You can actually even drop down the arm here as well. And I like that the arms are easily removable, so that way if you want to slide a different arm here, like the Infinity War one, you can just put that on there. That's actually pretty cool. We do have a single joint, but it works like a double joint, so we can flex just this way really, really well. We have your standard SHF peg. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? That rotates around with no issue. Our upper torso movement is nice going left and right, but as far as forward and backwards crunch, there's much to be desired, and I'm a little disappointed that that extra movement wasn't added. It sucks too, because if you want to get some cool spy-like movement, you're kind of stuck there. The same with the legs. They gave him a single joint. Now, the curvature and movement of him is really nice, but I feel like the fact that he is still a super soldier and able to look and do cool stuff, it is a little disappointing in terms of our forward crunch and the way our knees movement. I would have definitely liked double jointed legs here. Now we do get the drop down method, which gives it a lot of room and movement, and you can still get very nice poses with him, but I would prefer to be able to get a lot more. But that's me and my gripes. I mean, this may work out for some people, right? But look, he can still pose. Don't get it twisted. Like, your mans could still pose, as you can see here. So that's not the issue. It's just, for me, there are things that I prefer to get crazy and cool with, and I like my movement. We actually get a super generous ankle pivot though. Forwards, backwards, and I popped it out. Again, I'm super duper strong today. I don't know what that is. So you get that movement. You also get toe pivot, which, you know, you don't get toe pivot on a lot of figures. But I do like the fact that how he came out is pretty nice. There are things I would have preferred though. Now, in terms of our accessories, we actually keep it pretty light, just like usual, but we do get a nice batch of stuff. You will get a stand with him that says Captain America. It says Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sorry, not Captain America yet, because at this point, it was still a secret. Now, we do get an alternative sculpt, and I gotta say, I'm tired of the looking off to the side sculpt. Even though he did a lot of that in this, I really wish we get more different types of sculpts. Now, from what I've learned too, is that a lot of people actually don't sign off on different types of sculpts. So I'm gonna give some companies some leeway with that, because they like just the stoic stuff. They don't like their mouths open and stuff like that, from what I'm learning. And with that being said, it makes sense, right? Because if you get drawn with your mouth open and like digitally rendered a certain way, it's gonna come out looking funky, and you're gonna feel a little self-conscious about that. So I feel like that's one of those things where I understand it, but it just kind of sucks. Oops, there we go. Let's pick you back up. Now, outside of that, we actually get the shield with him. So we do get the shield accessory, which is pretty dope, because I would have liked the shield. Like I said, I would have liked it with Falcon, so I'm glad we got it with him. And with the shield, we'll get the straps, so you can tab these in Oops, got it on the wrong side. So you can strap the tabs in when not in use. So you can show it, kind of hang it there, being like a cool shield sitting on the ground, things like that. Or when it is in use, we'll untab these. You will have the open strap to slide in. Oop. Oh, that means I got it upside down because it goes a certain way. And you get dedicated hands for either side, right? So this is going to be your cyber strong arm. As you can see here, we have a dedicated hand for that. You will also get a dedicated hand for his right-hand side as well, since the left is going to be his dominant. And in terms of hands, you'll get a trigger finger for the right hand. You'll get the gun holding hand on the left. And you'll get 2 open palms. Oop, drop that. You'll get 2 open palms. Now again, it seems pretty light to me because obviously they can't include guns anymore. That's been like the big whoopee thing. But it kind of sucks though, because you don't want people using guns, but then they use guns. So I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. But in case you have the old Infinity War one, the gun does work in the trigger hand. So you can just slide that in, and he still can hold this weapon. He also can hold Little Armory and some Mezco weapons. So you still have a chance to do cool stuff, right? Also, in case you were wondering, excuse me, you can swap out the arms. As you saw earlier, I popped that out. So if you want a different arm color, you can actually use the Infinity Wars arm. I'm going to have this arm actually repainted to our classic silver look, so it could look cool. But I think it actually does look cool that you can actually like keep swapping up his arms and getting a different look. Like, this is pretty cool, you know? It doesn't seem like much, but stuff like this is like, I like when it becomes modular, especially when it's like the same character. And even if you want to pop on to the Infinity War one, right? It actually looks pretty good on this guy, you know? I think that this is a good look. Nice little bit of variation here, right? So, without further ado, we are going to jump into the size comparisons. So let's have some fun. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, now we're going to jump into the size comparisons. There's a lot of SHF to compare to, so I'm going to try to use some people who are either going to be along the lines of in Phase 4 or, close enough to it. So we'll try that. So let's do the SHF Marvel stuff. Here we have Black Widow, and I'm just using Black Widow as a placeholder because I could not find my Captain Marvel and my Gamora. So here we are with Black Widow, right? Next up, we'll obviously do your main man, Falcon / Cap. At this point, he is Falcon, though. We can see our size-wise, we're actually looking pretty good. Then we're going to use our John Walker Captain America, who I need to get an extra of, so I can have him turned into U.S. Agent. I'm not going to wait around for stuff to be announced. I'm just going to do it. And as you can see, these 3 from the show actually look pretty good, around the same size as each other. I like this. This looks pretty good and solid. Also, all 3 different body types. So I like that as well too. Not the same body type, so that way they don't look uniform and modular in terms of parts, which is pretty dope. Next up, if you want to compare him to your boy Cap, here is in-game Captain America. He has a custom head on him. That's from Noda Studio. Here we have Mafek's Black Panther. Right? And as you can see, size-wise, Bucky's actually a pretty good size. I like that. He's not bigger, not smaller, around the same size, but I don't mind them actually being bigger or smaller. But y'all already knew that about me. Here we have an in-game Hawkeye until we get our next Hawkeye. And as you can see, Hawkeye is pretty small. I think Jeremy Renner is a small guy, but this kind of stuff doesn't bother me. But it feels out of place with other stuff. Great example is like Shang-Chi, right? He's supposed to be bigger, or at least the same size, and he is smaller. But again, like, this is where it gets a little weird, because some stuff is uniform with other stuff, and other stuff is just out of the way. So that's pretty crazy. Then we're going to do SHF Icarus, which I have yet to finish the video on him, but I do have some photos, which look pretty nice. And here we have Icarus looking a ton smaller again. So it's weird that they're doing like these different scaling. Last but not least, here is a Mafek's Thor. Another one with a custom head, and Thor is a big boy, right? Much bigger. Then we have stuff like Mafek's Spider-Man. Mine has an extended midsection joint from Dan's Custom CA. And you can see Spider-Man is supposed to be smaller, so I don't mind this at all. He's still supposed to be a kid. Even if you compare him to his Marvel Legends counterpart, like I said, he's not too much smaller than that. But it's funny because, like I said, on the Marvel Legends counterpart, he's not as pale. They filled out the skin a little bit better, and they have a better beard and filled out his lips. But I think both of them have a really good likeness. But again, personally, I don't care about character likeness. Certain times, I'm used to comic book characters keeping on masks 90% of the time. So it doesn't matter really what they look like. They're supposed to be a mask all the time. So yeah, Winter Soldier is an exception, but he uses a domino mask. So it's like, whatever. Here we are next to SHF Kamen Rider Kuga. And as you can see, Kuga is indeed smaller. So Winter Soldier does beef up the SHF scale just a little bit in terms of what it is. Then we have Lightning Collection White Ranger. And as you can see, Winter Soldier does stand pretty well with domestics. Here we are with a Articulated Icons Ninja. Then we have a Mezco Gomez. And as you can see, not too big, not too small. Let's move these guys out. And I think we have one more to compare to. I have not had my Mythic Legions out for a second because I went away for work. So I got to get some out of their bins, but just been trying to get work done. So I apologize for not comparing some Mythic Legions, y'all. My bad, my bad. And here we are with a G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes. But thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching as usual. I appreciate you guys. It's been fun, and I'm having a lot of fun reviewing again because it's been quite a bit. But thank you, as always. Do something nice today. Make sure that you, do something cool and relaxing. Exercise a little bit. By the way, fun fact, Lou is staying with us, which is Riley's brother, and they have been having a blast. Maybe I'll include a photo of that at the end. But, yeah, thank you guys so much, and as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Bye.